Hey YouTube, happy Sunday. But did y'all see that? Y'all catch what I caught last night? Yesterday? The subject of manufactured beefs. So, this is the second time I personally come across this idea of manufactured beefs. Content creators actually manufacturing, in other words, pretending, lying, and saying that they're in beef with someone for clicks and views. The first time we heard of this situation, or certainly I heard of it, was with the situation with Larry Nelson and Jay Wilson. Remember how they were planning on having this big beef? We can cash in on this beef. I believe Wilson made the original offer. Oh, we can cash in on this beef. Then he accused Larry Nelson of not being able to hold water, spilled the tea, that they were just fake beefing, right? They were supposed to get together and make up and get together about to throw blows and make up and all this kind of stuff. And it was all fake. It was all pretend, right? And he felt like Larry Nelson had spilled the beans, shall we say. Now here we go again. Now in his venting of last evening, we know we're talking about Jay Wilson, of course, one of our favorite topics. Now he's saying that at one point, him and Phi Babe were planning on a similar type situation where they would manufacture the beef. People wanted to see us fight. Let's give them a fight. You say this, I'll say that. I'll say this and you say that. Pretending. All the while, they're both saying that they're not liars. Now, if you're not a liar, how are you going to manufacture a beef and come on here and pretend, and as they're saying, the current language, I think it started with that girl, Cookie Tookie, lying in our face. You playing in our face. You will come over here and lie every day pretending you're in a beef with somebody. This was their plan. So apparently now they've fallen into something a little more real, or so they say. So apparently Jay Wilson balked at the idea. Oh no, time is not right for us to manufacture a beef right now. Oh, it wouldn't benefit us. So totally willing to lie, totally willing to make up stories, but the time is not right, right? So apparently Miss Phi Babe, she didn't agree with him. She thought the timing was just right, so she decided to jump in with both feet and attack Mr. Wilson, Mr. or Mrs., depending on how you see it. Miss, because she ain't married. Mr. or Mrs. Wilson, Mr. or Miss Wilson. She decides to jump ahead. Okay, you don't want to have a manufactured beef. You don't want to fake a beef. Let's just make one then. I'll just call you out and sing songs about you. And say that you had me effed up. Right? So, I'm just exposing what I got out of this whole situation with this whole weekend, right? They were both willing to have this manufactured beef, which would mean that they were both willing to lie. Not only once, but to continually lie every day, to come on and pretend. They wanted to turn YouTube into Jerry Springer. Remember how Jerry started off with his beefs? Everybody was beefing with this one. This one's cousin was fucking that one's boyfriend, was fucking that one's lover, and my son is fucking your grandmother and all this kind of stuff. And it got to be more and more bizarre, right? So eventually they wouldn't even hide it. They just send him out on the stage, just start windmilling. As soon as you come on the stage, they said, well, what are you fighting about, honey? They didn't even bother with the script anymore. It was a progression. Of course, the people stopped watching it. It was foolish and stupid. So this is the way these people see YouTube. Anything for $1, anything for $1. So we're not even absolutely certain that even this thing is real. More than likely, they think they're going to start these fake beefs or whatever, but they're both so shall we say, weak that they can't handle any insults. So how they going to have a manufactured beef and you can't say nothing? You know what I believe? I believe that remember when they had their first original beef, when she said something about, oh, Jay Wilson got trade in the trunk of his car or something, and he came on like he was so upset. Oh, you said I had trade in the car. I had trade in the trunk. Like he really believed that he had kidnapped somebody and put him in the trunk. It was foolish. It was silly. That's what a manufactured beef sounds like. So no doubt that was what happened then. It was pretend, fake, anything for $1. Right? So if I'm the only one that sees this, call it out. But he is admitted, she is admitted, Larry Nelson admitted, they're all in cahoots to make these manufactured fake beefs. It's just like with Donald Trump. You don't know what to believe, so why even fuck with it? Why even listen to any of it? That's why I am with Trump. I know he's going to be lying about at least half of what he says, so why listen to it at all? Then I ain't got to try to figure out the wheat from the tare. I ain't got to figure out the lies from the reality, because it's mostly lies. It's all bullshit, right? Don't do it to yourself, children. When you prove to us that you are willing to make up and create fake beefs, manufacture stories for clicks and views and their money. Same thing that happened to Jerry. I don't know why you think it won't happen to you. People will lose interest because they can't trust anything that comes out your goddamn mouth. Pastors and evangelists and all the names they give themselves, all the holiness, and yet they're the main ones who are willing to come on here and lie, lie, lie.